Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Sitting around the house tonight. Had to watch my little girl. We were going to church, but had a revival tonight at our church. But my little girl, she was a little fussy and wasn't sure if they was going to have daycare. So I'm on daddy duty, and if you don't hear her hollering, of course, as normal, and she's over there asleep. We need to wake her up because she ain't gonna sleep tonight if she don't. But my little, it's not going to be a product review today. What I'm going to give you is, I watch YouTube like the rest of you. And I'm going to give you my favorite, let me see how many I got here, 8 channels. There's a lot of channels. I probably subscribe like 1,000 channels. These are some of my favorites that I tend to watch on a day-to-day basis, or just kind of looking around. But let's get right into it. And these are my favorites. There's a lot of good ones out there. A lot of professional fishermen do it. I like Jason Christie's. He's been doing a lot of those lately. He's pretty bad to the bone. I like Brandon Pollinuk. He's one of my favorite professional fishermen. He has a good series he does when he's on tour. He does one every tournament. Pretty nifty. It's not just tournament fishing. It's kind of the whole thing. And kind of like it without the light right there. But let me get into it. My number one, these are no particular order. I love Asleep at the Reel. And that's Asleep at the, I guess, reel, fishing reel. This guy, he does good stuff. I like him. He's got some informative stuff. Me and him kind of struck up a friendship as we've, I've started doing these really heavy. And I got to tell you, I like his channel. You ought to check it out. It's got some informative stuff on there. He's more of a crappie fisherman. So if you like that kind of thing, where you like to see a lot of crappie fishing, he likes to use the Livescope also. So he does a lot of good videos. Maybe check that out. We'll get right to the next one. I like 3-pound fishing. He doesn't give a lot of tips, but he just has a cool show. He's a very likable person. Seems really nice. I never met him in person, but seems a real nice guy. I think he's a guide in Illinois, maybe. Might have to check me on that. But he's pretty good, pretty cool channel. He's got like 30,000 followers on there. Pretty awesome. And if you didn't know, before where I'm at now, I work at a paper mill. But before I was working at a paper mill, I was a logger for about 23, 24 years. I logged. And actually, if you go back to some of my earlier videos when I first started this page about 5 or 6, 7 years ago, it's a lot of logging. Videos. You might want to check those out. They're pretty cool to watch. Pretty interesting. I love logging, and got a family, so I had to make sure I could get insurance and those type of deals. I'd rather log though. But my favorite one right here for logging is Cotton Top 3. It's spelled COTONTOP, the number 3. Cotton Top 3. He was a logger too. Now he's gotten more into the tree service business. He started the same time I did. Literally, I was one of his first subscribers. He was one of my first subscribers. He's got like 110,000 subscribers now. I should have stuck to it. I kind of quit there for a while. But he is awesome. I love watching him. This dude is very talented with a chainsaw. You must check him out. Very talented pretty much with anything he does. My fourth one, I'm not a farmer, but I love Millennial Farmer. This dude is awesome. I think he's up from Minnesota. And I'm going to tell you what, he keeps me, I watch his shit. Man, this dude is awesome. He's got some, just fun shows. He seems to enjoy his job, and he does a lot of good stuff for farming, for farm aid, and a lot of nice charity work. He's a great dude. Awesome guy. But my next one, and I hope I'm saying this right, SK's Crappie Catching Adventures. I learned how to tie a crappie jig because of SK. And I've talked to him a few times through our YouTube stuff here, but he is awesome. He's got an interesting channel, and that man can tie a crappie jig, and he can do some fishing. When I say, I tie him, it takes me like 5-10 minutes. This dude can tie one, I think, in about 45 seconds. He is awesome, and he's really fun. Another one, the next one I like is a hunting channel. It's kind of it's a little different. It's actually, and I know that you're plugging, before I even knew him, Hunt Real Outdoors. It's actually my preacher, but he does a great channel. He's a great guy, great preacher, but he does a lot of good shows, and I'll tell you what, he does it right. He does a lot of good stuff, and he does charity work, takes people hunting that are underprivileged. He builds his own bows. This guy's awesome, and he's such a likable guy. And I know he's my preacher, but long before he was my preacher, I watched his channel. And the next one is Ken Smith. I think it used to be Ken Smith Fishing, or maybe it's Ken Smith Fishing on Instagram, but Ken Smith. He's in Texas. I think he used to win a lot. Maybe he's, getting a little older and doesn't get as serious about it. But he had an interesting series last year where he compared bass boats. He was going to buy him a new boat. And I bet you he compared 20 bass boats. And I'm talking about not just small comparisons. I'm talking about intricate testing on everything. It's a great channel. It's a fun channel to watch. I find myself watching this stuff all the time, and I ain't buying a new bass boat because I went to a boat show today because MLF's in town, and I got to tell you, they are smoking serious crack. They think I'm gonna pay $70,000 for a boat that's not even top of the line. That's ridiculous. It don't cost that much. I've been to the factory and watched them make it. Now, if it's loaded with electronics, maybe it's getting. They got base models, $60,000 and $70,000. They're smoking crack. I watched them build these things. And my last one, he does pretty good stuff, is MG Marine Tech. Got pretty good. He doesn't have a lot of videos, maybe 30 or 40 on his page. But he's got about 5,000 subscribers. He does pretty good stuff. He does good comparisons, GT56 versus GT54. He does more of the side imaging type stuff. And there's my little girl. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Those are the 8. I'm going to get off and go hold her. Thanks for watching, guys.